Good morning. It's Joshua Gaming, joshuagaming.com. If you're on YouTube, the link's down here. Go to it, subscribe. There's a Facebook page there too. Click on that and let's interact on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. Leave your comments at the end of this video if you could too. I'm not getting a lot of comments. Maybe that's because my videos suck. I don't know. Let me know. Or tell me if I'm too technical, not technical enough. If you want to talk about other stuff, I don't know what's going on. If you have questions, post them by all means. It gives me topics to blab about on here. So today I want to talk about the COMEX raising the margin requirements on gold and silver, and this can get really technical, and I don't want to just confuse people and bore people. So basically what it means is if you invest in the stock market, you can buy on margin, and what that means is it's kind of like buying real estate with a mortgage. If you only have $5,000 but you want to buy a $100,000 piece of real estate, you put $5,000 down and get a mortgage for the rest. You're leveraging yourself, right? You're buying more with less. And buying on margin's kind of similar in that you don't have to have all the capital to buy all of the paper shares of something. And what happens is when markets become more volatile or more risky, the people that run the exchange will oftentimes raise the margin requirements. What it's similar to doing, think of it like if you had a mortgage and as your house is increasing in value, which isn't really happening right now, but as if we were in a market and your house is increasing in value or decreasing in value, the banks raising and lowering your interest rate based on if the value goes up, they charge you more interest, and if it goes down, or whatever. It's kind of like that. So when it goes up and you don't have the money to cover the difference, you have to sell it off, and that's what happens. They raise these margin, and they've been jacking them up because gold and silver have been soaring in the last couple of years. So they keep having to raise these margin requirements because people get crazy with leverage buying gold and silver because it's such a frenzy. I don't recommend investing in what's called the GLD and the SLV. They're the gold and silver. Those are like the shares you can buy on the stock exchange. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend buying physical gold and physical silver, and I've always been saying this, but this is exactly why. The market manipulation that occurs on paper assets is much greater than what occurs on something that's real, okay? And so with real gold and silver, it's going to carry a premium when stuff like this happens. When gold, they could take gold, silver down. I've heard people say they could take silver as low as $5 on margin requirements. But do you think people would be selling their 1 ounces of silver for $5? Not a chance. There'd be a hefty premium on it at that point. So, it'd be going for way over spot. Anyways, that's what happened Thursday and Friday when we saw gold and silver take a huge crash. Is because they raised the margin requirements again. And I don't remember the exact percentages. I want to say it was like 15% and 22%, but I don't remember which one was gold and silver. They raised it a bunch. It's going to take effect 5 o'clock on Monday. So everybody, all the people that knew this was going to happen ahead of time, the fat cats, they sold out. And that's when we saw this huge dive. And I think a lot of people will still sell off Monday. And this is going to probably scare a lot of people that maybe shouldn't have been investing without the right education first. And it's always important to educate yourself first. It's extra work, but that's really what makes the difference. There's no shortcuts, right? So some of these people, they dove in on the gold and silver frenzy, and maybe they knew a little bit about options or whatever, and they were like, I can buy more if I do it this way and buy the paper or whatever. And now they're hurting really bad. They were forced to sell, and maybe forced to sell at a loss. Versus if you got gold and silver sitting in your safe, pretty much untouchable. So, anyways, that's what happened. I don't know what's going to happen Monday with gold and silver. Could go down a little bit more with the last people selling off, and then I would expect it to go up after that because it'll have the markets will have adjusted for the actions that the Fed took, that the COMEX exchange took. Have a great weekend. Go Siskiyous. My junior college team, we're playing Butte today. It's always a big game when we play Butte. Butte's one of the top junior college football programs in California. So anyways, just Saturdays during football season, I like to look at my alma mater's football team. Everybody have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.